Good morning to one and all. I am Kalpana, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NPR College of Engineering and Technology. My subject code is CS8501 and the subject name is Theory of Computation. In last class we discussed about introduction to formal proof, additional forms of proof, inductive proofs, finite automata, introduction. Now we are going to see the detailed concept of finite automata. So we have to know what is automata. Automata means set of states and transitions. States can be represented as circles and transitions can be represented as arrow. That is the movement of one state to another state. That can be represented by arrow mark, and end state is represented by double circle. So this is the basic concept or basic diagram about automata. Let's see what is finite automata. Finite automata definition is it has set of states and transitions. It moves from one state to another state. It reads input symbols and it processes from one state to another state. That is, it occurs on input symbol chosen from alphabet summation, where summation represents any alphabet symbols. It may be numbers 0, 1 up to 9, or it may be uppercase letters, or it may be a lowercase letters, or it may be any special characters, that is plus, minus, star, hash, at symbol, anything like that. So each and every automata has input symbols. It may be either 0, 1 or up to 9. It may be a numbers, or it may be a lowercase letter, or it may be a uppercase letter, or it may be a special characters. This is the concept of finite automata. Let's see the formal definition of finite automata and language of finite automata. This is the formal definition. Formal definition means what are the elements present inside the finite automata. It can also called as language of finite automata. It is one of the important 2-mark. Formal definition means it has 5 tuples. First one is Q, second one is summation, third one is del, transition function, Q0 and F. Where Q is the set of states, that is finite set of states. It may be anything, Q1, Q2, Q3 or A, B, C, like that. It depends upon the problem. We have to mention the number of states in Q. And summation means input alphabets. I already told that alphabets represents, it may be a numbers or special characters or any characters, letters, uppercase letters, lowercase letter, like that. And del represents transition function. Transition function means it helps us to identify the path. That is how the input is moved from one state to another state. That is called as transition function. At final state, we have to check whether the input is accepted or rejected. This can be done by using the transition function. And Q0 is the starting state and F is the final state. The starting state can be represented by arrow and end state is represented by double circle. For example, I am taking one transition diagram A to B, like that. Here I am taking A is the starting state and B is the final state. Inputs may be either 0 or 1. Where transition function is del of A comma 1 equal to A. That is the movement of A and the input symbol 1 which goes to the same input A. and del of a comma 0 is b. A comma 0, the input 0 passes from a to b. That is the transition function of this following diagram. Again I am explaining, it is one of the important concept. For each and every problem we have to mention the formal definition. Okay, formal definition of finite automata means it has 5 tuples. First one is Q, set of states, and summation, input alphabets. It may be a numbers or uppercase letter, lowercase letter, or any special characters. And L is the transition function, Q naught is the starting state, and F is the final state. And next we see the model of finite automata. This is the basic diagram of finite automata. In finite automata, we have set of input symbols. The input can be stored in a cell. It can be controlled by Q, that is finite control. It can be controlled by finite control. Finite control reads only one input at a time and it moves from left to right. It moves from left to right. This is the concept of finite automata. Same thing I am explaining. I am taking A and B is a set of states. Input can be represented as 1 and 0, and starting state is A, final state is B. The finite control process only one input symbol at a time. It means the number 1, the input 1 process from A to A. It can be processed from left to right, and then you move to 0. 0 is processed from A to B. So this is the model diagram of finite automata. And next one is representation of finite automata. It can be represented by this model. The finite automata model can be represented by transition diagram and transition table. Transition diagram is similar to graph, and it has set of states, input symbols, and final state. So Q0, Q1, Q2, everything is a state. In last diagram we discussed A and B. So in this diagram, A also a state and B also a state. There are two states in this diagram, and starting state, and this one is ending state. Transition is 1 or 0, anything. So finite automata has finite set of states, set of input symbols, and it has starting state as well as final state. So it can be represented by graph. This is called as transition diagram. And next one is transition table. Same diagram, it can be represented in tabular form, which means, again I am taking the same example. This A and B, 0, 1, starting state and final state. It can be represented in tabular form. So I am drawing one table. Row represents states. Row represents states. And column represents inputs. Column represents inputs. Here the input is 0, 1. Here the states is A and B. Here the input is A and B. Okay. And again explaining the same diagram. A, B, 1, 0, starting state, final state. In finite automata, transition table can be represented by tabular form. Rows can be represented by states and column can be represented by inputs. Here the number of inputs is 2 inputs. First one is 0 and 1 and row has 2 rows. First row is A, second row is B. That is, it has 2 states. 2 states and 2 inputs. Let's see. A to 0. We have to find out the state A to 0 moves to which state. Here the A to 0, A, the state is A and the input is 0, moves to the same state A. So you have to represent A to 0 is A. Okay. Then A to 1 moves to B. Let's see. B to 0. Is there any input from B to 0? Is there any state moves from the state B and the input 0? No. So we have to represent pi. That is, empty state can be represented by pi. And we have to find out B. The state is B. Input is 1. B to 1. No input processed. So we have to represent pi. That is empty state. So this is the concept of representation of finite automata, both transition diagram and transition table. I think now everyone have clear idea about the representation of finite automata. This is the basic concepts. Same concept we are going to apply in the types of finite automata. That is in DFE and NFE, in regular expression, same concept. This is the basic concept. Same concept we are going to apply in the types of finite automata. It has 2 types. One is DFA and NFA, and it can be represented by transition diagram and transition table. Again I am telling, transition diagram can be represented in the form of graph. It has set of states, input symbol, starting state, final state. In each and every diagram, you have to represent the arrow mark in front of the starting state and you have to represent double circles in the end state. It moves and it also checks the input symbols from left to right. This is the concept of transition diagram. In transition table, it can be represented in the form of tabular form. Rows are represented as states and columns are represented as input. We have to mention the path from state to the particular input. We have to represent. So this is the main steps involved in the representation of finite automata. Okay, next class we will discuss the types of finite automata and how the transition function will move from one state to another state. We will discuss the detailed description of finite automata in next class. Thank you.